Welcome back. I'm speaking with Dr. Michael Rosenbaum, a pioneer in nutritional and environmental medicine on Your Supernatural Life, here on Green 960. For podcasts of this show, go to yoursupernaturallife.com. Okay, so Dr. Rosenbaum, we were talking about the gut and food allergies and causing fatigue. And so I'm wondering, do you prescribe certain supplements to help boost people's immune system and help with the gut, or do you, what do you do?
Well, first of all, are the things to take away that are possibly causing the damage. One of them, I think, is excessive stress, because stress does tend to weaken the linings of different parts of our body. So stress reduction is important. Identifying and eliminating the food allergens is critical. And in our office, we have our own skin testing laboratory, and so we test people directly for that. Gluten intolerance is also a major cause of disruption of the lining of the intestine. And in fact, gluten intolerance may predispose people to many other food allergies. So that's an important problem to identify.
Mm-hmm.
And
there's a lot of great
have laboratory ways of doing that.
There's a lot of great gluten-free foods out there now.
Yeah, so it's much easier for people to accommodate to this kind of a diet.
Right.
And then Candida, the yeast Candida, which can also live very well inside the intestine, can help disrupt the lining. And so that is triggered by eating too much starch and sugar, which needs to be controlled. So when people do all of those things, well, that's a big step one. And, the name of the condition, it's been nicknamed the leaky gut.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a term that's become kind of popular. So how do you take away the leak?
Mm-hmm.
There are some supplements that are very good at doing this. The most important one is an amino acid called glutamine, which turns out to be the most abundant amino acid in our bloodstream. And but for this purpose, we use fairly high doses. We can go up to 5,000 to 10,000 milligram a day. And glutamine is so helpful in so many other ways. It can substitute for sugar in the brain. It can actually raise brain levels of sugar and prevent low blood sugar. So that's a very important one. And another one that I found, which works very well, is called zinc carnosine. This is a little bit more unusual. People may not have heard of it. Zinc carnosine, spelled with a C, helps to heal the lining of the stomach and intestine. So people who may have had stomach ulcers or inflammation of the stomach would benefit very well from that product.
Do you ever give people like a high-dose probiotic?
Thank you. I use probiotics all the time. And it was discovered within the past 2 years that probiotics play a key role in preventing and reversing leaky gut. So thank you for that. And that is true.
Okay. Now, I have a question for you. You say that you believe the body has a wisdom and a power all its own, and if encouraged and supported, can heal itself. Can you share your thoughts on that? Because that's totally how I believe, and I've healed myself from a tumor by doing that. And I know our bodies can heal, and I think most people don't. They're frightened. They run to doctors and get cut and burned and chemicalized. And so
right.
I'd love to hear your thoughts on it.
And, that's not to say that every single condition is going to be healed by simply taking some vitamins or whatnot. But on the whole, I think it is true. And I've had 35 years of looking at this and experiencing it myself, that we just live such sick lifestyles in this country now and throughout the world compared to our grandparents. We're eating so poorly, and I don't see it getting better. 2 out of 3 people in this country are significantly overweight. The stress levels are enormous. People are sleep deprived, this is having very deleterious effects on the body as a whole, because what is the essence of this field that I got into, this holistic medicine? It's holism. It's we treat the body as a whole, that all of the parts of the body are interdependent and interconnected, and to help get to the cause, to the root of disease, we have to identify what is wrong with a person's metabolism. So that's why I have tests for vitamin deficiencies, for mineral deficiencies, for metabolic problems.
And you test for heavy metals as well, correct?
And so that's the other side of the coin. So what does the person need that they're not getting? And on the other side, what does the person have in them that's actually hurting them? Mm-hmm. And there we get to the biodump, is what I call it, the chemical overload. And all these chemicals, you know well, are stored in body fat. Mm-hmm. And they're released very slowly and gradually, and they often recirculate. And they can recirculate endlessly unless we intervene and help to pull them out. So the process of healing and helping the body to heal itself, it's a dual process of removing things, substances that shouldn't be there, like toxic metals and chemicals, and at the same time enhancing metabolic efficiency.
That's really well said. I really like that approach. Yeah. A dual process of removing and enhancing. That's fantastic. Yes. So I just wanted to know also what your thoughts are on vaccines.
I'm particularly, first of all, I don't like vaccines that have mercury in them, of course, I don't like vaccines that have live virus. There's a small percentage of people who can get significant damage from being vaccinated with live viruses. When it comes to using dead viruses, and I don't object as much. I myself avoid vaccinations. My children generally avoided vaccinations. But as a physician, I'm in a tough bind. Mm-hmm. So those are the things I really pay attention to. Are they live viruses or not? Now, when people ask me, do I need a flu shot? The first thing I say is, well, you can help inactivate the flu virus with elderberry. And if you start taking elderberry every day and take it throughout the winter, and if you are exposed to people with the flu, double or triple your dose of it.
I know elderberry comes in a liquid. Is that what you're referring to?
There are liquids, and there are now lozenges that you can take. The first research on elderberry was done in Israel, and the product is called Sambucol, Sambucol, and there are offshoot products of it that are on the market. So, that is one thing that can really help. Now, if people really insist on taking vaccinations, it helps to take nutrients with it that enhance the effect of the vaccine and make it work better.
Like what kind of nutrients?
And so they include vitamin C, for sure, and antioxidants in general. And most important and often overlooked is the mineral zinc. And zinc becomes more and more deficient in the body as we age, and there is no more single important nutrient for immunity than zinc.
Uh-huh. So people should be
shown, even in elderly men in their 70s, that providing about 30 milligrams of zinc a day for about a month was enough to restore the immune response.
That's fantastic. So zinc lozenges, do those work, or do you have to take a pill?
The zinc lozenge is made to inactivate the sore throat virus, any virus that causes sore throats, because it directly inactivates the virus. Now, you can take it as a lozenge, and that would be fine. Either way, however you get it, most people need about 30 milligram a day.
I see. Okay, well, great. So we only have about 30 seconds left. Tell everyone how they can get hold of you and your website. And I know you have a YouTube channel as well, right?
I'm on my website is drmichaelrosenbaum.com. I'm practicing in San Rafael right now at the Preventive Medical Center of Marin, and my phone number is 415-927-9450.
Okay, it's been a pleasure to talk to you today. So much great information. Thank you.
Thank you, Beth.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Well, I want to thank you so much for listening today. And today's show is dedicated to my dear friend Joyce Shank, who died suddenly on January 26th. She was a broadcast journalist who worked as a reporter for KGO TV in San Francisco and WABC TV in New York. She was beautiful, funny, had an amazing laugh, a powerful presence, searing wit and intelligence, and I will miss her terribly, especially our conversations and laughing hysterically while our half-brother mini poodle dogs ran around like loons, as she called them. Joyce, I wish you well in the great mystery you've gone to. Have a supernatural life, everyone. This is Beth Greer.